Chavetz Chaim circles. It's very important to understand that in the Chavetz Chaim Yeshiva, we basically Mahalach Abimusar, Slabodka is pretty much, the Mahalach is that you go together, and so I'm all really loud for someone to let his hair down, and it's not such a terrible thing. It's very unique and very seldom that in our yeshiva, because it requires such work and effort, to have someone who literally 24 hours a day, literally, Kamat almost awake 24 hours, has always been awake, Kamat almost 24 hours, to be solely, never allowing his guard to go down. Always doing the Ratzon Hashem, always focused, completely, always, anyone who knows Rabbi Powers for many, many years knows that every word that he says is measured, every action that he takes is very on mark, and it's nothing haphazard. It's mamish looking at a Musa Sefer, and it's such a schus for us that before Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, that when, like Rabbi Weiss mentioned, that idea that if you have someone, there's a big achrayus, if you know someone, the Hillel would create a certain achrayus. There's no question in my mind that the fact that Rabbi Powers is here with us, that it's going to generate a certain achrayus on our part to see someone tackle with on that type of personality and that level of Yerusha Shemayim. And with no further ado, it's a tremendous schus for us to have Rabbi Powers address us.
Can you hear me in the back? Okay. Thank Rabbi Max for his introduction. And exactly what he said is true. Probably about my great-great-grandfather. So I can accept that, I hope, as a shock. I'm limited in my time tonight to the high school, so you got to forgive me. And I consider it a great privilege. It's a base medrash. I've been in the yeshiva here many years ago teaching, and it seems like the place is really incredible. It's growing. Tremendous talmidim. Guys work a lot different than the ones that we had in the old days. Yeshiva starts off with all kinds of stuff, and looking around the room, you guys are not there, I must say. The Rebbeim, of course, are super, and without any further ado, we're going to really get started, only because I don't have too much time. Rosh Hashanah, the schizophrenic holiday of the time. Why? So, I heard a tape from my friend who said that one of the great Hasidic Rebbeim, when it came time on Rosh Hashanah, and they said the word Hamelach, he fainted on the spot. Why? Yom Hadin, you're being judged. If any of you guys would be judged, you'd be petrified. Imagine if you're trying out for a basketball team, right? And you know that there's only a few slots. You guys would be petrified. You'd probably be davening like there's no tomorrow. Unbelievable. So the great Gedolim felt what it meant. Yom Hadin. My son-in-law, Rabbi David Max, who's Rabbi Shimon Max, the Rashida's brother, told me that I think in the neighborhood it's Illinois Petersburg, that when it came time for Birchas HaChodesh, for Elul, when they were going to, not Birchas, when they were going to bring in Elul, they heard in the davening that they're bringing it in, he fainted on the spot. It's unbelievable. This is Yom Hadin, the day of judgment. Our lives are going to be judged. Now, what does that mean? Well, you may break a leg this year. Your family, chas v'shalom, may have some financial difficulties. All kinds of things can take place. On the other hand, things may go great. All of this is decided on Rosh Hashanah. Great day of din. How do you come to Rosh Hashanah? Petrified. Petrified. You're scared. You come in early in the morning and you're scared. You should be. And you should really take it seriously. The only problem is, after you leave davening, you go home and you have a great meal with tremendous simcha. Now, how do you do that? You're flipping around. On the one hand, you're petrified, and you're working on yourself and you're davening, and all of a sudden you leave, and what happens? You go home and you have simcha, and you have a great meal. How do you do that? The answer is that you have bitachon, that your tefillah was accepted, your tshuva was accepted, and that Hashem has given you a decree for a great year. Now, on Rosh Hashanah, we don't say vidui. But vidui is only one part of tshuva. The essence of tshuva comes from the word shuv, to return. And what it really means is to make some changes in your life. They always mention one change. I think they said in the name of Karl Hador, of Chaim Gruzensky in the old days, right before your Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, he sat down and he wrote down things that he was makabel for the year to come. What are you going to be makabel? There's so many things that you have to change. But don't worry about that. Take one thing that you want to change, one simple thing. Could be kibbut avoim, could be the way you deal with your friends, it could be not giving your Rebbe a rough time, coming on time to shir, all kinds. Write one thing down and makabel that for the whole year. And the Sefer Peli always says, review that once a week, chok v'lo yavor. You review whatever you accepted 100% once a week and keep it going for the year. Okay, I didn't come really to give you a schmooze. This is not my purpose. The purpose today is to show you something about the Shemona Esrei of Rosh Hashanah. And then hopefully, by knowing what it's about, it will inspire you. So when you're there in the shul the whole day, which is boring, and you hear the words v'nemar, 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 kakasuv, 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 you have an idea what's going on. It's crazy. All day long, there's chazan up there. I don't know what's going on. And he's paid a lot of money for it, too. And he schleps it out, some of them. It's unbelievable. You know, Rav Kusavitsky, I think, the cantor in New York, 5 hours could probably take from Musaf. Man, your clots over there, 5 hours, you go nuts. So let's take a look real quick. Get started. Need a couple guys to help hand these out. Okay. We got a few more. Is that enough for everybody? So, I wasn't sure before the show. I didn't have to make it. No. And the delivery told me about 60. Hopefully I have enough. Okay. Yeah. Let's get started. What I'd like you to do, there are some more. Let's get started. Open up the page to where it's all Hebrew. Beside that all Hebrew, and you're going to see all kinds of columns. I have to take my glasses off on occasion. Just had cataract surgery a little while ago, so I can see things that are very close by. But I can't see things that are far away. So I have to play around. If I want to see your face, I got to put on my glasses. If I want to see this, I can't see it. I got to take off my glasses. So you'll forgive me. Here we go. The first two columns on the right, from right to left. Now, what are they? In short, the one on the right is what you say for Yom Tov, every single Yom Tov. And in this over here, you take a look, you have an opening, talks about the Yom Tov, talks about the Korbanos, and then at the very end, it talks about a request. Elokeinu, Elokei, Avosenu, Melech, Rachamon, and it keeps on going. And then you have the bracha, V'hasiyenu, and it ends off with a bracha. Bracha to Hashem, Mekadesh, Yisrael, V'hazmanim. Okay, every single Yom Tov works like that. Shabbos is basically the same. Let's take a look now in the column, the second column over, which is Rosh Hashanah. And you'll see an interesting parallel, because if you take a look at the first paragraph, it says the same thing. The second paragraph says, Vatitem Banu, it talks about Rosh Hashanah. Then it talks about Mumnei Chatoenu. This paragraph introduces the carbon. Exactly the same thing. And then you have Yismachu v'Malchus Cha if it's Shabbos. The whole format is exactly the same as you have on a regular Yontif. However, now what you can do is take your sheet, fold it under, and then you're going to come to something which is unique about Rosh Hashanah. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. How many columns do you see? How many are there? How many?
Two.
Like three.
Oh, there's a third one.
Oh, you got to open up all the way. Yeah. First column is Olenu, second column is what? Atozo there. What's the third column? Tony Blaze. Okay. Three columns. What are they all about? Look on top of the page. What does it say? First column is? Second? Third one? Shofar. Excellent. Great. Okay. What do we have before we start Shmona Esrei? What introduces the Shmona Esrei? What do you do? Okay. Right. And even what do you have before that? Before the Shmona Esrei on Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, the Chazan says that he says that thing after Kaddish. No, before Kaddish.
Before Kaddish,
he
right.
says it after the shofar blowing, and then we say.
Good. After the shofar blowing, the Chazan speaks. What's the purpose of the shofar?
The purpose of the shofar is to wake us up, and then he has his own private. He says a private thing that Hashem will grant him, strength to go.
Good. What's your name?
Binyamin Bergstein. I'm first year base membership.
Binyamin
Bergstein.
Bergstein. Okay, good man. Okay, now, so we say we blow the shofar when? The month of Elul. Why do you blow the shofar? What's your name? Doggy Friedman. Yeah, I'm not going to fight you. When you hear the shofar, what is it supposed to do to you? What is it supposed to do? Yeah, it wakes you up a little bit, right? Yeah, it's like an alarm clock. Right? It comes and says, son, get up, it's time to get moving. That's what it is. It's not a guitar, but it's a shofar. Okay, so do we all agree that the purpose of the shofar is to wake us up? Everybody agree? What's your name? Svi? Gross. Svi, I saw him a little bit because I have my glasses. So he's Svi, I saw. So he shook his head. Okay. Here we go. Now, do you see anything that's similar between all three columns? What's that? Oh, the breaks on your phone. Right, you keep on going. What else do you see? So you see that all of these three columns have exactly the same format. Okay? Anybody else have anything to say?
They all have something from Torah and Dina.
Excellent. All right, guys?
After Elohim on each one, they end differently.
They end differently, correct. Each one ends differently. Each one according to what the theme of that particular bracha is all about. All right, that's pretty good. So far, so good. Not bad. Okay, I want you to do the following. Take your page, turn it totally to the other side. What do you see on the top of the right? Olenu. Right? So you say Olenu every day? How many times a day? 3. 3 times a day. Okay. You say Olenu. Let's take a look. You said the same thing on Rosh Hashanah. Is that correct? Look at it. It's Olenu.